Sometimes we all think that the world is not the same anymore. You can feel something has changed suddenly, but you won't be able to figure out what it is. You notice wars, fights, and disasters are happening frequently. And sometimes we feel like we are standing on some edge. Yes, on the edge of something bigger. And that's when we think about the biblical prophecies. You all might be aware of the prophecy of the Red Sea. From seeing all the things happening in USA and Israel, we can think that the prophecy of the Red Sea is about to happen. So, what things will change if this comes true? Does it relate to the end times? If you are as curious as I, let us dive in without any further ado. We all might have noticed what Israel has done recently. Yes, it broke the ceasefire and struck Gaza again. This is the case of Israel. On the other hand, we have the United States of America, which is using all its strength to fight the Yemeni rebels. Besides all this, there is Iran that is trying to fight back against America, and they are also out there giving certain warnings to the American president, Donald Trump. Are they planning all these wars and fights, or is there something deeper than this? What if I say that there could be something spiritual behind all this? If you are someone who reads the Bible, then you will understand there is indeed something bigger behind all these wars and fights happening between these nations. When you think about this, one prophecy might strike your mind. Yes, the Red Sea prophecy. This is not something small. The whole world needs to wake up before it's too late. When we look at all the issues happening all around the world, especially in Israel and USA, you may think all these issues revolve around political ideologies, but that's not the reality, guys. We can say that all these are divinely orchestrated signs that are letting us know that there is something bigger coming. It means that we are getting closer to the end times. Many of us turned a blind eye to this prophecy. But this is the time, guys. The prophecy is going to hit us all, and there will be no going back. We can relate all the things that are happening now to all the things that happened during the time of Moses. We all should know that all the nations are about to fall into a trap. Yes, just like how Pharaoh and his army fell into one. They thought that they had all the control, but they soon realized it is not like that. Yes, they learned their lessons the hard way. All things will change when God steps in. The cunning people will think that they have achieved everything that they wanted. But when the God steps in, they will realize that it was not something that they wished for. So here we can say that all the global issues right now are not just some random wars. All these are the climax of a biblical prophecy. Israel has broken all the ceasefires and ignited the war again. The geopolitical tension between the nations is not just random. This means more than just a fight between the political ideologies. The conflict between the USA and Yemen is getting worldwide attention. But what we need to realize is that these are not some wars, but they are pulled into something divine. We can't really express how much tension the East and West are facing right now because of these issues. It is like they have reached their breaking point and could break anytime soon. We all know about the significance of the Red Sea. Yes, it was the place of deliverance and also the place of judgment. The people or the nations that are working against the United States of America and Israel do not know about the tragic incident that they are about to face. They are doing all the evil things, believing that they are winning against all these nations. We can say that an incident is about to happen that the world has never seen. The incident that is about to happen will shake all the nations to their core. All the people will know the name of God again. This is the sign for us to follow the path of faith. But have you ever thought about the significance of the Red Sea in the current issue that these nations are facing? Well, there are reasons for all the nations near the water to be facing this much tension right now. This is a sign that lets us know what is about to happen. We all know about the revelations that prophesied the drying up of the river Euphrates. So now we are about to see an incident that will shake the whole world. The people who follow the path of faith and who put their trust in God will indeed understand what is about to happen and why everyone should stay alert because of that. When you read the Bible, you can find something that says, "Before the great and terrible day of the Lord, the nations will gather and they will rage." The God will then make his power known among those nations. When we talk about the Red Sea, it is a place that is significant for divine interventions. Many incidents happened in that place. Yes, Jonah was swallowed by the deep. Jesus has walked on the water, and we have heard how the water split in half. Now the same God is about to show his strength. We might think the prophecy would only affect the USA and Israel. But what we don't know is that the entire nation will be affected by this prophecy. When the Red Sea event happened for the first time, we saw how the kingdom of Pharaoh was broken down. It is like all the nations have gathered against the God. They all think that they can defeat God easily. But they are about to witness the power of God. But what they don't understand is that they are playing along with the events that were written 100 years ago. They don't know that they are fulfilling a biblical prophecy. They don't even know that they playing along a plan that is well written by God. So, what will happen when the Red Sea prophecy begins? Well, the trap for the nations is already out there. They are about to face a divine judgment. And what is more interesting is that they don't even know about this. They will think that they have achieved everything, and that will be when they realize the power of God. They will realize that they will never be able to stand against God. Their power doesn't matter in front of God. The Lord is powerful than anything or anyone. Something powerful is about to happen soon, and no one could do anything about it, including the government or the military. Everyone should stay alert. If I were you, I would have put all my trust in God and followed the path of faith. This is your sign to get your life in order. This may seem simple to you, but do all these things before it gets too late. For all those who have stood with God, He will indeed bless you. But this won't be the case for the people who have mocked God and denied following the path of God. They will see the wrath of God and how He could destroy everything. The world we are living in right now is about to change drastically. You won't be able to recognize yourself after this incident. Everything is going to change. The global powers will become very weak, and they will face all the tough challenges during this incident. Some nations think that they are controlling everything that is happening. But soon they are going to realize who the real controller is and how that controller can destroy their power. Yes, the water will split, and everyone around the globe will be shocked after watching this. So, what can you do to be right with God? Well, prayer. Praying is the only thing that you can do now. The time has come for all of us to realize that the end time is coming and it is really close. You can only pray to God to strengthen our faith. We have seen so many signs, and we can indeed conclude that all this is done by God, and the Red Sea prophecy is about to happen soon. The nations that are gathering against God will soon realize that they are going towards a divine trap. There are many people out there who think that all these problems are arising because of some political issue. But those who know God and those who put their trust in God know that all this is related to something spiritual, and it's God's hand doing all the things. We can pray to God to wake everyone's eyes and make them see what all things happening and what the actual reality is. All the nations will soon realize that the issues they are facing are part of the biblical prophecy. We need to open our eyes and see what others are not seeing. We need to understand the spiritual significance of all these issues. We don't need to be afraid of the things that are going to happen. We should be brave and face everything. The Lord is about to show how powerful He is again. We can say that this is a wake-up call that we should not ignore. By looking at everything that is happening around the world, we can say that something bigger is about to happen. The sign is all around us. We can either understand it and act accordingly, or we can ignore it and face our terrible fate. What do you think, guys? Do you think that the Red Sea prophecy is about to happen? Do you think there could be something spiritual behind all these issues happening around the world? Let us know your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you show us your love by giving us a thumbs up. For more similar content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.